you don't see it? Hang on. Do I need to
No, I'm
press?
looking for it
Okay,
right
we're going
now.
live now. We're going live now. So let's just repeat that
Okay.
whole part.
Okay.
You're live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Geeks of the Roundtable
Hello.
time. We have a new camera. We have a new software. I don't know if this is gonna work, but welcome, everyone. Welcome. I am Ren. I'm here as always with Zach Pope. How you doing, Zach?
I can see it. We are live right now.
Okay, we are live.
I can
Good.
see.
Good. And you
And we
can.
were live before
Oh,
because
okay.
it's saying that part too. So,
Okay. Well, forget about it then. So, what have you been
I don't
doing
know,
these
Ren.
past few
I don't
days?
know. I don't I've been working, watched a couple movies, and I don't know. That's really it. What about you, man?
I have also been watching a few movies, watching a few shows, watching other few shows. I've been binging a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to get a hold of screeners because there's no. I have one movie, Zach, that I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if last time we talked about it, you hadn't seen it, but you did have the screener that I watched
Yes.
last week. Um, and I just haven't found myself with any will to review it. I just don't feel like talking
Which
about it.
one?
The Mauritanian. I have
Oh, see, I haven't watched it. I heard
I
it's just eh.
I have so little to say about it, but I want to talk about it. However, I did just get
Mm-hmm.
another screener. I did just get The Dig, so I'll be watching that tonight and dropping a review.
I forgot to request that, but I decided not to.
Dude, it has Lily James and Carey Mulligan and Ray Fiennes.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Let me tell you the reason for
Okay.
why I'm not. Because it's the same week as Sundance, and I already have like
Of course.
four reviews to put out before I leave. Or before I start
Understandable.
it. So that's the only reason I didn't
Mhm.
ask for The Dig, and there's one other one. So I have like because I watched The White Tiger, which is coming in Netflix this week, which is actually pretty good.
Okay.
I actually really like that one. And then I have Penguin Bloom, which I only want to see because Andrew Lincoln's in it from The Walking Dead. And I watched it yesterday, and I can actually say my thoughts. I just can't post my review till next week. It's a solid family drama, man. I really dug it. I was quite shocked at how good it was. Little bit simple, but nothing wrong with simple. You know what I mean? And what else did I watch? Oh, I watched a couple screeners for Sundance, but I can't talk about those
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
I not even mention them.
I was told they didn't have Penguin Bloom screener, so I'm going to insist on that one now that I know the truth. So anyway, everyone, welcome to the show. Glad that it is working right now, so let's not jinx it and let's just get down to it. Let's address something off the top, Zach, because you and I were discussing topics and things that we should put on the show. And by the way, by the end of the show, before we officially start with your live questions, we will announce a new segment to the show that will involve you fans all the more. So
Yes.
thank you everyone watching. Right.
I also do want to announce the thing that you and me were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we're still in early development. So yeah.
You want to announce that now or after the topics?
Let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit.
Cool. All right, so off the top, because trust me, it has been happening for a few weeks, but today is another Marvel Disney-centric show, apart from one of the topics.
We don't try to make it Marvel.
No, we don't. We admit we're shills, but we don't try to be. It just happens. So also, I hope you appreciate the names on top of us is the font of the boys. So I hope everyone notices that.
I noticed that. I loved it.
Anyway, off the top, Zach. Last week was very confusing. Not only before we started the show, but also after the show aired. There was one big supposed news that dropped, but we'll get to that. But now apparently the Snyder Cut will be a 4-hour movie, not a 4-part, 1-hour episodic mini-series. What gives?
Yeah, and there's rumors, dude, that the first day it comes out, it'll be on physical media.
Woo!
I was just reading that this morning before we hopped on.
I will keep my eye on Amazon for that. But what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Do you think they just, let's just put
Can I
this
be
out
flat
there?
out honest with
Yeah,
you?
for sure.
I'm going to be flat out honest with you. I'm being serious. I really think this whole Ray Fisher thing, I think that's part of the issue with this.
Really?
I think he is a major part of that movie, from what
Okay.
I understand. And I think Warner Brothers is just saying, fuck it. I think, again, this is just my crazy theory. I think they had the series planned, and I never wanted to watch it as a series personally. I would rather watch the full 4-hour thing and then review it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also be shocked if they do early screeners for this. I'll be flat out honest with you. I really do not believe they will do early screeners for this.
Me neither.
If I'm wrong, I'll be shocked. But I just feel like there's no marketing, no nothing. I feel like they're just gonna say, "Hey, it's coming out in a week," type thing.
Yeah.
Which let me tell you, man. Like, I'll stay up till midnight to watch that damn thing. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. I really want to see what his vision put forward into it. It just, for me, the way I'm looking at it right now is, I think they are kind of just cutting their losses with it. It feels like it's either it's not up to their expectations. It's either they don't think it's gonna be great. I just kind of looking at it as, this whole Ray Fisher thing is kind of a big thing going on, and I really feel like they're like, why are we gonna put so much into the marketing? Why? It's just weird. It's just all around weird. And for all I know, Ren, they could drop it tomorrow.
That's true, but no, drop it in March, because March is the best month of them all, and Zach and I appreciate it dropping in March. We don't mind waiting a little bit longer. But Zach, I actually don't disagree entirely with what you said, but I think there's another reason. Another reason that everyone is sleeping on. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm just saying I'm noticing this one thing. I think it's because of Wonder Woman 1984. I think it's because they saw the numbers of new subscribers that they had due to Wonder Woman 1984 was abysmal, because the amount of new subscribers amounted to a total of what would be $5 million in the box office. For a superhero movie, that's absolutely nothing. That's less than nothing. Mm-hmm. So I don't think this is the one and only and main reason, but I think it's a very strong factor of them thinking, yeah, we don't need, and it's not worth it to stretch this release out. Let's just put it out there once and for all.
And that's another thing, because if say the first episode doesn't hook someone in who's not into the Snyderverse, that's it. That's it. Yeah. They're not going to watch the rest.
Exactly.
So, and I mean, honestly, this is more for us, man. This is more for you and me, the fans, and elements like that. And I'm excited for it. I can't express it enough. I've been saying it. I really, really, really want to see this film. I think it's right up my alley. I'm going to end up loving it. I'm already saying that. If I don't love it, I'll be kind of shocked.
For sure.
And here's the thing: if you don't like Snyder stuff, you probably won't like this. I mean, you're not gonna like it. I'd be absolutely shocked if someone who was not a fan of Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition or Man of Steel or even just Snyder in general likes this thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested, man. I'm interested, but yeah, I think you make a good reason. I think there's multiple reasons for why they said, yeah, we're not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it for them, which sucks. It's a shame. But anyways, off to our first main topic, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan Hawke has just been announced. Not just been announced. It happened last week. But he's been announced as the main villain for Moon Knight. He's going to star opposite Oscar Isaac. Many theories about who he's playing. That's not important right now. But Zach, how excited are you to have Ethan Hawke, and handsome Hawke, in the MCU?
The fact that he talked shit about the MCU
exactly
over 2 years ago, and now he's on. I'm excited, man. I mean, Ethan Hawke. Just give me the guy in a Moon Knight. I want to know who he's playing, though, and I wish that's the thing. I wish when these character announcements were like, I wish they would just announce who they're playing. You know, like when Jonathan Majors was announced, he was playing Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Done, simple as that.
Yeah.
Because now we're all gonna sit around speculating. The more and more though I think about it, I want Dracula. I've seen some artwork and all this stuff, and I just think Ethan Hawke as Dracula would just be awesome.
Yeah. I actually think he's going to be Count Nefaria, who is one of Moon Knight's main villains.
Okay.
And
I'm not I don't know who that one is.
Yeah, he's like the main guy. He kind of looks like Dracula now that you brought him up. Like he has a cape, he has a mustache, which I'm sure they're going to change the look.
That's who I'm referring to.
Okay, yeah. I believe I sent you a picture when the casting was announced. But I think it's either that or you brought up that he could be. Someone said that he could be Bush. Bush has been portrayed as an African American character, so that could be problematic nowadays. So I'm gonna stick with my Count Nefaria theory. But I'm super excited. Yes, he talked shit about superhero movies. Yes, he said they were super overrated. Who cares? He's in a superhero TV show. He's not even in a movie. So. There's that. I fully am behind this, and I fully knight it. How about you?
I'm knighting it, man.
All right.
I think he'll actually be not just Moon Knight's villain. I think he's going to show up in other things.
All right.
But remember, this is an Indiana Jones-esque adventure type
Exactly.
Thing. Which, dude, I gotta say this real fast. So I've already said, I don't care who's directing, writing. I don't even care who fucking was being Moon Knight. I was just excited to see Moon Knight come to the MCU. Then Oscar Isaac gets announced, and I'm like, just take my money. I didn't know who the creators of this was. Dude, did you see Synchronic last year?
No, I didn't, but I have that movie right now. I have that movie right now. But I haven't seen it.
It's not amazing, but it's so unique.
Okay.
That, like, I sat there going, I cannot wait to see what these guys do with Moon Knight. And this is before I knew they were doing Moon Knight. I really had a blast with that movie. But I was talking to Tyler Tompkins, who has watched every single one of their films. He goes, dude, I've never been excited for this character until now. He goes, I didn't know they were directing it and writing it.
Wait, so it's the guys from Synchronic that are doing Moon Knight?
Yes, the
okay.
duo. Yes.
Okay.
They've also done other films, but I've never seen those. But I've heard they're really good. So
okay.
I'm excited, man. I just want to see what they're doing.
All right, same here. Let's go on to our second topic, which is the one topic today, ladies and gentlemen, that is not Disney or Marvel. I don't know how you are going to feel about this, Zach, because you and I just briefly talked about this happened. But Godzilla vs. Kong has moved from May 2021 to March 2021. I believe it's the 27th of March that is coming out on HBO Max and theaters. Quotation marks. That I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this whatsoever, because this, to me, it solidifies one thing and one thing only. I'm not watching this in theaters. I'm not going to get the chance to watch this in theaters, unfortunately.
Because when do theaters reopen out there?
Exactly. There's a chain of theaters that is open right now, but it's too goddamn expensive. It doesn't... Okay. The way to go to a theater like that, it would be like £20 just for the ticket. But then to go to the cinema, I would make a night out of it with my friends. We would go to dinner. We'd pay for the subway to get there. We'd pay for dinner, and then we'd end up paying for the movie and maybe, who knows, snacks and maybe great seats or whatever. So it is not worth it, unfortunately. Even though I'm not excited for this movie, I want to watch it in a big screen for the first time I watch it, but I'm just not gonna get the chance. How are you feeling about this?
Movie theaters better be open out here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. First off, that's the day after my birthday. And I literally sent it to my girlfriend, and I said, I don't care if I saw this early. I don't care if I had to watch this at home first. I don't even care if the movie sucks. I want to see it in theaters on my birthday, or the day after.
Yeah.
She goes, even if you already watched it and it sucked? I said, yep, I don't care. I want to watch this movie in theaters. And honestly, here's the thing. I'm going to enjoy it. I don't care. I'm one of the ones that think Godzilla King of Monsters is one of the best Godzilla films ever made. I love that film to pieces. I love watching it. I love seeing the monsters beat the shit out of each other, you know? I'm not saying it's a perfect film whatsoever. There's many issues in that film, but I had a blast with it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the release schedule right now, and I see why they moved it up. I really do.
Oh, you do?
There's nothing big coming out in March. After Morbius moved, you still have the Kingsman. Which is iffy if that's even gonna come out. You have Raya and the Last Dragon, but that's not gonna affect it at all. So yeah, you have Godzilla vs. Kong getting moved up, and I see why. And it looks like every month they're trying to have one of those big releases. So February is Tom and Jerry, and Judas and the Black Messiah. Then you move down, and then you have Godzilla versus Kong. Then April's Mortal Kombat, and it just kind of goes from there. So I get it. The film has been done for pretty much over a year now.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say this: if the CGI is not perfect or near perfect, I don't know like what's been going on. But from what I've heard, the test screenings were solid for this, and the film runs at a shorter pacing. It's only an hour. From what I understand, the test screen was an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
And that's because they took the criticism from King of Monsters and cut out most of the human stuff.
Good.
And they just said, all right, people just want to see the monsters fight. So
Exactly.
let's just make them fight. We'll have an incoherent story and they'll fight. And that's the thing. When it comes to action comedy, you can sometimes forgive story issues because it's just fun. Like, I look at a comedy. A comedy could have the worst story, worst characters, worst everything. But if it is hilarious, then all is forgiven.
Yeah.
Action's kind of the same way. If you have great action scenes and something that's super entertaining, popcorn eating, and the story's just fine or it's incoherent, and maybe sometimes it doesn't make sense. I mean, look at John Wick 3. I think some of the story elements in there probably don't work out.
How dare you, sir?
Damn entertaining. But it's so damn entertaining, man. There's some things that are just like, oh, so he got his finger cut off, went all the way to the desert, and still got fucked over by the end. I mean, I get the world, but there's just some things like that. But still, I'm can I just leave it outside though? I don't want to knight it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a great decision.
You can
but
do
I get
whatever you
why
want.
it's going there.
You can
and I'm
do whatever
excited
you
to
want.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And King Kong will win. I don't care what anyone says. King Kong will win.
Yes. King Kong.
And I
will
love
win.
it. Adam Wingard said there is a definitive winner.
Yeah, but Zack Snyder also said there was a definitive winner, which I guess there was. Batman did
There
win.
was. Batman won. Yeah.
But still, Kong will win. I agree. However, I'm throwing this one in the dungeon. I'm not saying I want them to delay it, but I'm throwing this one in the dungeon. Don't.
They can't delay it again.
I know.
Again.
I'm not saying I want them to do that. I'm not saying I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying this movie is not good, and unfortunately, I'll just watch it in my TV whenever it comes out. All right, our third.
No, you should watch it on your phone.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for our third topic, myself and Zachariah Pope, are very excited about this one. Pixar's Luca has released its first image
God damn it. It's been my most anticipated.
and synopsis. Coming from our friends at Discussing Film, the film is a coming-of-age story as two friends grow up in the Italian Riviera who are actually sea creatures who appear human on dry land. The film will pay homage to Federico Fellini and other classic Italian filmmakers with a dash of Hayao Miyazaki in the mix too. Zach, you and I were already excited before we read this. How much did it make your excitement go up?
This would have been top 5 most anticipated of the year.
All right.
Flat out. It would have pushed Ghostbusters out for me, man. I am so excited, and again, I'm excited for Ghostbusters. Don't get me wrong, but this just sounds awesome. And did you ever see La Luna, the short?
Yes, of course. It's the one that came with Brave.
Yes, and that's the guy who directed that is directing this.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to see this. And the writer of this is from Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
I love that movie.
And me too. And the other writer of this also wrote Soul. He helped write Soul.
Is it Kemp Powers?
No, it's the other guy, Mike Jones.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the writers on it. Dude, I can't wait to see this. And I know a lot of people are making the Call Me by Your Name stuff, but there are rumors. There's rumors going around that they could be gay. Not saying they'll do that. I'm gonna stick in the category I don't think they will. I don't. But I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. So
all right.
It wouldn't sway me either way. I just would be like, oh, that's cool that they did that. But this is one of my most anticipated films of the year now. I mean, that synopsis alone is just kind of perfect. Mm-hmm. And it does that Pixar flavor to it, you know? It's different. Like, oh my God, like, okay, that's unique. Like, let's see where that goes. Because I just thought it was gonna be an adventure about them in Italy. I really did.
Yeah,
And
same.
then they add the sea creature thing, and I'm like, that's unique. So we're getting like a Little Mermaid vibe in here too. But honestly, Ren, this does sound like a Miyazaki idea.
Yeah,
And
it's a bit simplistic, and I like that. I like because Miyazaki's films are always the most simple thing, and he observes the beauty in the simple thing, in the mundane things. He makes them
yeah,
spectacular.
unless you're Erwig and the Witch.
Yeah, but he wasn't involved in that. That was another Miyazaki.
His son was.
It's his son, right? I thought that, but I wasn't sure. But we can't talk about it yet, Zach. So I'm not gonna say anything else. But I'm super
It's fine.
excited for this. I'm super excited for Luca. Cannot wait to see it. I believe it was my number 6 in my most anticipated movies
Okay.
of 2021. If
It
anyone
comes out
watched,
June.
yeah, if anyone watched the video, they can correct me on it in case I'm wrong.
I want to ask you this: if the world's still kind of shit by June, does it go Disney Premiere? Or
Yes.
does it just drop on
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
It drops.
You just think Disney Plus?
Yeah.
All right.
I think they do theatrical and Disney Plus. But the point is, I think it goes.
Dude, I've been
Disney
saying I don't get why they don't do that. Like, I don't get why Soul didn't get a theatrical release with Disney Plus. I really don't. Like, I guess, yeah, to get more subscribers, but it didn't even get that many.
But I think in Christmas it was around the time when they had to announce it. At least it was around the time where things were going up again. So, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I read somewhere also that a girl is going to be introduced and it's going to create a rift in the friendship. And since it's a coming of age story, I believe that it's going to be that time where kids are friends and whatnot. But then you come at a certain age and you start to pay more attention to girls, and it's going to test their friendship, which I love. Pixar does love stories really well.
Yeah.
Because they're never like the main focus. They're there, they're important, but they're not like the story. So I'm really excited for this. Absolutely knighting this one. How about you, Zach?
I agree. I'm not eager.
All right, before we move on to our penultimate topic, remember, guys, that you can help out the channel by throwing in a super chat, which will be answered to immediately. Remember, you can also share and like, because it really helps out the channel, helps out the podcast. Share with your friends, and you can listen to us on Spotify and our iTunes. Links are in the description. All of Zach's links are in the description. All of my links, including for my merch stores, are in the description as well. All right, Zach. Our penultimate topic is an interesting one because it came out right after last week's show we did with Mama's Geeky. It exploded, and then it went completely silent after one simple tweet from the person mentioned in the quote-unquote news. Because news broke about, I don't even think 1 hour, like half an hour after the show ended. Chris Evans coming back as Captain America. That was the news. And after Secret Invasion, after so many things are coming out, after WandaVision, and we thought we had heard its voice on the radio, but turns out it was Jimmy Woo, even though it still sounds a little bit like Chris Evans. Boom! Here he is, Chris Evans, coming back as Captain America. However, not moments, but like 15, 20 minutes later, something like that, Chris Evans simply tweets news to me, and with a shrug emoji. And from then on, the news completely died down. What do you think about this, Zach?
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I mean, here's the thing. He's not gonna confirm it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where they put him. I think I sent you one of the tweets that someone said Black Panther 2 right in the beginning. I think that's actually a really smart idea. That is a really smart idea. Other than Black Panther 2, I think there's 2 logical choices here. Well, 3 now, because apparently they're doing a Nomad series, but it's not officially announced yet. And I've also been telling you, I think he's going to be in Winter Soldier and Falcon. I mean, as the old version. I would be... If he's not... I'm not shook, but at the same time, I also wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Let me just say, I agree with you. I think it'll be in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but that wouldn't be this news. Because he would have already... if he's going to be there, he already shot it. So that's all I wanted to say. Continue, please.
So, I think it's Deadpool or Secret Invasion.
Okay, I agree with Secret Invasion. I'm not saying Deadpool is impossible, but my two guesses are Secret Invasion and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
That's another good one. Yep.
Because I think they could and probably want to maybe have a little fun with that now old storyline where Captain America says "Hail Hydra," and they find an alternate universe where Captain America was corrupted and leads Hydra and is wearing the green and whatnot.
Let me just say this though. I mean, now we're looking at Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's everything's being leaked from here to fucking there. You know what I mean? So I was gonna say, don't you wish we didn't have the fucking internet, man? Like, I really wish I wouldn't know anything about Doctor Strange or Spider-Man 3. Like, I wish I would go into Spider-Man 3, see maybe the first trailer, and then, like, fucking Toby and Andrew show up. You know what I mean? Like, God damn it. But, I just, maybe, but it just seems like something would be a cameo, so I don't know how big his role is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like something significant.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wish I could go in blind, but yeah. So as of right now, I'm going to believe that he will show up maybe as a cameo in Falcon and Winter Soldier, which that isn't what the supposed news is about. I think he can have a cameo in one of these things that we mentioned. It would make sense. Maybe there's a Skrull that disguises itself as Captain America. Who knows? But I'm against the idea of him coming back, returning fully as Captain America. But the idea of him making an appearance, being a Skrull within the context of the story, or maybe being an alternate version for a quick cameo and then disappearing and never coming back, that I can work with. I think it can work very well for the stories that they want to tell. So right now, I'm throwing this one out because we don't think, at least as of right now, it's real. And we're also not sure what it would entail. So I'm not throwing this in the dungeon, not knighting it. I'm asking it to come back later with more information. How about you, Zach?
I'm gonna let him sit outside. I love Chris Evans, but I really do think his ending was perfect. I've always thought that him and RDJ will probably eventually come back in some sort of way. Like, if you tell me RDJ doesn't make an appearance in Armor Wars or Ironheart, like his small cameo, the AI system, whatever, I'll actually be really shocked. But they're integral to this world. And I think eventually down the road, we're going to see a multiverse. And here's the thing, like, they introduced fucking time travel. They can literally do anything now.
Yeah.
They can literally, and the multiverse now, you can literally do anything. It's a comic book world. I don't want them to personally come back. That's my honest opinion. I do not. And that the biggest reason I don't want them to come back, Ren, is because they don't need to. But
yeah,
they're the two biggest superheroes arguably in the MCU. I mean, their movies have made the most amount of money. So,
for sure. They've led the charge up until now. But I think it's time that we let others come into the spotlight.
I agree.
And create the next Avengers. All right, let's get to our final topic of today's show before we move on to your live questions and answer them.
Rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire. No, but that's after the main topic. So our main topic, then rapid fire, then announcing the new segment of the show. Not new segment, but new little thing that we want to try out with you guys. And then go to your live questions. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Feige has been making the rounds promoting WandaVision, like he should, because WandaVision is awesome so far. This bastard right here next to me has seen the third episode. I haven't, but there will be a review for it tomorrow, and another special video about WandaVision later in the day, so wait for it. 2 WandaVision videos tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you right now what the other one is. But he teased, they kept asking about the future of the MCU. Where is it going? And Kevin Feige teased the possible debut of Nova. Now, Nova, in layman's terms, in the most simplistic way possible, is basically Marvel's Green Lantern, except cooler.
Yep.
With cooler powers, much more powerful character, and there are 2 Novas in the comics, as of right now. I'm kind of behind on Nova comics. One of them is Sam Alexander. That's the second Nova, a young guy who, if you've seen the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, he's in there. But the original Nova is called Richard Rider, and he is one of the coolest characters ever in comics. That is one character that I've wanted to see ever since the MCU was announced, ever since the MCU became this idea that, oh, they're connected. So I really...
It wasn't in Guardians.
Yeah, we did see the Nova Corps, though, so... Right there, it opened slightly the door for him to come in the future, and I really want this to happen. Look, I like Sam Alexander. He's fine, but please do Richard Rider. Don't do Sam. Do Richard Rider.
Kevin Feige said both. They want to bring both in.
Do both. Do both. God damn it. Both Novas. So, why not?
So let me ask you, Ren, who would you want to play? Because I'm assuming if they do both.
Okay.
They'll both be in the same film.
I haven't given any thought to Sam Alexander myself, but off the top of my head, Dylan O'Brien could be pretty cool. He's old enough to play both at this point, but I see him more as a Sam Alexander. As Richard Rider, which is the best Nova, let's face it, I have two choices. One of them is my second choice, very much my second choice, but I would be very happy if they suddenly announced Zachary Montgomery is Richard Rider. I'll be like, awesome, fantastic. But my number one choice is Zac Efron. Now, I know a lot of people are going to hear that and say, no, he should be Human Torch. If he's Human Torch, that's fine too. I'll be more than happy. I just prefer Lucas Hedges as Human Torch because I want Johnny Storm to be the same age as Spider-Man in the MCU because I love their friendship in the comics. So Zac Efron is my choice, my number one choice, first and foremost, for Richard Rider. How about you, Zach? And how excited are you with this idea? I'm just going to go off screen for a moment to put the charger on my computer.
I'm super, super excited. I gotta say this, Ren. I don't want Zachary to be him. I want Zachary to be Wolverine in this universe, 100%.
All right.
But, you know, I got some weird ones. My first one's Miles Teller. I think Miles Teller could do Richard Rider. Really, really cool. I also think Taron Egerton could. Dylan O'Brien I like, but I don't love the role. And then as the younger version, do an unknown. Do an unknown for him.
Yeah,
I think that, or someone who's up and coming. I saw someone fan casting one of the main kids from Cobra Kai, and I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. I'm excited for Nova. I think it's kind of been. I think if everything with James Gunn didn't happen, I think we probably would have already had Nova, to be honest with you, because he was supposed to expand the cosmic universe, and it seemed like they were going more that route. Mm-hmm. But now they're going more the multiverse stuff.
But they're also introducing Eternals, so there's cosmic right there.
So they're still going forward with it, but it seems it got put on the back burner for a bit. So I think we see Nova by 2028.
Whew, Jesus.
Not see. I literally think by then we'll have...
Oh, by then we'll already have a movie. Yeah, I'm going to say by 2025. I'm going to say 2025, so... And actually...
Do you think he shows up in something beforehand? Because I'll say this, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in Guardians.
That's what I was going to say. I give him a small chance of showing up in Eternals. I give him a medium size... so let's put it this way. 20% chance he's in Eternals. Whoever he is, if it's Sam Alexander, if it's Richard Rider, Nova is in Eternals, 20% chance.
Yep.
As of right now, and this could change as we get closer to Guardians of the Galaxy, we find out more information. He probably gets announced, so that's a 100% chance. But right now, I'm going to give it a 35% chance he is in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. How about you, Zach? Let's talk percentages for Eternals.
10% Internals.
10%. All right.
I think there's too much shit going on.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna lower my chances and go with you for 10%.
I know you're excited, man. I know you're excited,
dude. Can you imagine if Kit Harington is not the Black Knight and he is Nova after all?
Can I be high key though? I'd be pissed about that. I'd be pissed because I'd rather him be the Black Knight. The Black Knight I've been fucking waiting to come to the MCU for a while.
I don't care about the Black Knight, so I prefer no.
Oh, really?
I'm sure I'm going to... I just I'm indifferent. Let's say that. I'm indifferent to the character in the comics, but If they do a great job, who knows? Black Knight is my new favorite character in the MCU.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because here's my prediction: Black Knight will be eventually be the leader of the Avengers. Just saying. Hey, you know what? I don't fucking like Iron Man in the comics.
You don't?
No, not really.
How
It's
dare
kind
you?
of boring.
All right, getting back to percentages, though.
but-
Percentage of Noah showing
So
up in
Eternals
Guardians.
like 10, 15.
Yeah.
I'd probably stick at 10. I don't think he shows up. Guardians, I'm gonna say 40%.
40%, okay. So
And I
same as
only
me.
say that because I think oh god, who's the Adam? What's his name? Adam Warlock.
Adam
I think
Warlock.
is gonna be a major character in there.
Okay.
And and James Gunn's already said how Guardians 3 is not as big as 2. It's more intimate,
Mm-hmm.
and it really much dives into Rocket Raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it's too much to do. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Mhm.
It's too much to do
Yeah.
if you have another Nova character coming in. I really don't think there'll be that many new characters. I really think it'll just be Adam Warlock, and he'll probably end up being the villain or something for this one.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
rapid fire now?
Rapid fire, my friend. Oh, before we go on, but the possibility of Nova being in the MCU, I'm super knighting this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially announcing this. This is probably the highest knight I've ever given on this show. How about you, Zach? Episode 45.
I'm going to knight it, but I'm not going to be as high because he said that Nova was coming in a couple years ago.
That's true. Also, we gotta think about what we're going to do for the 1-year anniversary of the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, start
When is
throwing
that?
in. I'm not sure. Let me see for a sec. While you go for the rapid fire, let me search for it. So, please introduce the rapid fire. Sir.
I'm already ready. I got it going. Okay, so the first one, Wonka movie set to be directed by Paddington 2 director, and rumored casting is Tom Holland and Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. I
don't like these
I'm
choices.
fine with this. I'm completely different to the Wonka movie, so I'm not really invested. I'm not really pro or against it. I'm just like, okay, good to know, I guess. So I can do either dungeon or knight this.
I'm gonna knight the idea. I don't like the casting choices. I really think I know there's rumors that a long time ago they were actually looking at Donald Glover, and I'm like, that's who I want to play the fucking thing. I think Donald Glover would be awesome. I think Lakeith Stanfield I think would be a really off-kilter choice, but I think he would work. So I'm excited for it. Spider-Man 3 set photos officially come out. We've seen some Christmas vibes.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's walking down the street to Zendaya. Looks like they're arguing a bit, and he leaves. Ren, thoughts?
I love the concept of maybe this is just one scene, who knows, but I love the concept of a Spider-Man movie that is set on Christmas time. That's the one that, for some reason, that's the one thing that's missing from Spider-Man movies for me. Never thought about it before, but now that's the only thing I want. So I'm
swinging
super
around the snowman.
I'm super knighting this.
I'm gonna partially knight it.
Okay.
And I would be so excited if I didn't think this was the end of the film.
Okay.
I really think this is the end of the film. How the fuck is he walking around?
That's true. That's true.
But the Mysterio picture, that's the thing I like.
Yeah.
And I like how they're tying that in. So that makes me excited. The next thing, K2SO will not be in the first season of Andor, even though they did announce that K2SO would be right when the show is announced. But the big word about this is first season. So we are confirmed now that Andor will be multiple seasons.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Ren?
Disappointed, but they also said that it wouldn't be the first season, but they didn't say he would be in the other one. So disappointed, and for now I'm gonna send it back and wait for its return. But yeah, that's
Can I be honest? Andor's not even the most interesting character in the movie, which doesn't go against Diego Luna. I think Diego Luna's super good in it, and I'm excited to see Andor. But as a Rogue One spinoff, it's not my most anticipated.
Okay.
So, I'm a little disappointed in this. I mean, he's my favorite part about Rogue One, just because I love the droid. But it just seems weird to not have him. But I think the bigger news on this was there's multiple seasons of Andor. From what I thought, it was just a mini-series, so...
Okay.
I'll knight it, I guess.
Alrighty. Is that all?
Next thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got a couple more.
Okay.
Paul Bettany reveals Endgame and was supposed to have an end credit scene of Wanda undoing a body bag and it being Vision's body.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that concept, and I'd be curious, like, to see it. But I'm glad they put it out because I like that Endgame focused just on let's close out the Infinity Saga. Because just put this into perspective. I told this to Zach. He kind of agreed with me, even though he still wants to see the scene. But put this into perspective. You finish Endgame. You have that wholly satisfying finale, that cathartic finale to 10 years of build. And then you have this one post-credit scene in April 2019. Then 2020 comes around. You have the whole pandemic happening, the global bastard. And only now, January 2021, you get to see the follow-up to that post-credit scene. That would be awful. So in the end, I think what works overall better for the story of the MCU as a whole to not have that scene. But I'm not against the idea of having it either. So how about you, Zach?
I think it could have shown up in Far From Home, but maybe extended it a little bit more towards the end. Because sometimes they do that where it's like something completely random. You know what I mean? So I think it could have worked. I think Far From Home was definitely setting... It was the epilogue to the whole Infinity Saga, but it was also the start. I know it's not technically the start of Phase 4, but it technically is the start of Phase 4. I don't care what anyone says, but yeah. So I'm into it. And the last rapid fire is Matt Damon and Nebula will be in Thor 4. I'm assuming all the Guardians will be in Thor 4.
At this point,
I doubt it'll be a big thing though. I have to.
It's just a beginning. It's just a beginning. Maybe an action sequence, but that's it.
Yeah, like Thor's doing a mission with them or something.
Yeah.
Matt Damon coming in, he's gonna die.
Oh, really?
Unless, okay, here's the thing. If he's playing whatever the fuck he was playing in the Thor Ragnarok, he's gonna die. Okay. Because I think Gore's gonna kill a lot of these people. But if he's not, I think he's voicing Beta Ray Bill or doing the mocap.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or he could be doing both.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I think they're bringing Beta in.
So
I think they know everyone wants Beta in the movie.
So for me, the Matt Damon thing was kind of a surprise, but I was like, okay, cool. I loved it. I thought it was really funny the play they were doing in the third Thor in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan as Nebula wasn't like super surprising or shocking to me, but it was more of a thing that, okay, at this point the Guardians are gonna be there, right? Because so far we've got Star-Lord, we've got Rocket. We got all the Guardians. Because the only one we haven't gotten confirmed is Gamora, who is not a Guardian at the moment. So it all makes sense.
And I don't think she'll show up in it. I think Guardians 3 will be more of where is she. You know, I think that's more of their journey.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Of course she isn't confirmed because they're not with her right now. At this point, all the Guardians are confirmed right now after Karen Gillan being confirmed. So I'm super hyped for this. So I'm knighting it.
Never thought I'd be more excited for a Thor film. But I've never been this excited for one. I'm really excited to see what they do with Love and Thunder. I trust Taika Waititi. And he has another film coming out this year. Next
Goal Wins with Michael Fassbender. It's a soccer game, so I shouldn't be excited, but it's Taika Waititi, so I am.
Good. I hope it's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to your live questions, I got a new, not segment, I don't know, I'm not sure what to call this, but I want to involve you even more in the channel. So instead of starting with some news, then going to your questions, let's start with your input on something. Starting today, and I'm going to start this today, and every week myself and Zach are going to interchange this. At the end of the show, I'm going to recommend a movie. And until next week's show, you can choose to watch that movie or not, but if you do choose to watch that movie, I want to start out the show with your thoughts on that movie and create an even tighter community on this. I will also be recommending it to Zach, and Zach will also be recommending it to me in case I haven't seen it. So, again, get ready and start to check if you have the movie when I announce it available on some streaming service, on some VOD to rent. If you are next to one of the still surviving blockbusters, go check it out there. So by the end of the show today, I'm going to recommend a movie. Next week we'll start with your input on that film on the first 10 minutes of the show. So yeah, that is it. All right, let's go on.
Let me announce the other thing while we're announcing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'll probably do an actual announcement later on, but fuck it. This is me and Ren's pride and baby. So I've been wanting to expand my channel for a bit. There's a couple of segments that I personally want to bring to the channel because people have asked me to do it, but I'm dumb. Not dumb, but I'm also busy and I do not have all the time in the world. So Ren is going to be coming into my channel to help make certain videos. Sometimes it might be an ending explained. Sometimes it might be an Easter egg video. Sometimes it might be a theories video. We've had the discussions. We're planning on doing it towards the end of the WandaVision season. And I'm excited to bring him in on this. But the other thing I want to extend is that if you are a creator on YouTube or just someone who's good at editing, can make their own content, and also is good at scripting stuff, I'm looking to hire one more person to help Ren out with this. So yeah, if you're one of those. But again, professional. You got to show me what you've done before. I trust Ren with this because I know Ren can do it. And me and Ren have been working together for how long now? Three years, pretty much?
Yeah, like for 3 years on and off because we'd collab, but for a year now, almost, like in a few weeks for a year, you and I have been working together every week and we talk every day.
Yeah. Yeah, so just putting it out there, guys. Me and Ren definitely will be. This will be a very fun time.
Yes.
But I'm excited to see all the fun choices,
For sure.
So, just, guys, it's going to be a fun-ass fucking time. And I'm excited to see, what Ren can make out of this. I like his style. I like his thing, and I want to see him bring it to life,
Yeah.
Ren, I trust you with that stuff. You're a nerd. You pick things out that I have no idea
I'm a fucking
how
nerd.
it's working. You're a fucking nerd.
Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go to your live questions. Mama's Geekies here. It's Kristen Eulenberg, Jacob B. Eric Thorpe, Dominican Scott. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I can't put the questions up on screen, so we have to watch these ones right here. But George says, when you talk about the topics, let's talk about Marvel and do your thoughts at the same time. It's true, kind of today. Bruno is here. What is the new software? I'm trying OBS for the first time. So far, it's working good, I think. So let's hope it continues, kind of, yes. Jack Alexander, I watched Superbad over the weekend and I absolutely love it. Superbad is fan-fucking-tastic. What do you think of Superbad, Zach?
It's funny. It's funny as hell.
You don't love it?
No, I love it.
Oh, okay. Christine Eulenberg says, make the Snyder Cut episodic. I actually prefer that too, kind of as a concept at least, but looks like they changed their minds. Joe Fletcher says, the Snyder Cut would make more money on HBO Max and Blu-ray because a lot of countries don't have HBO Max. I agree. I don't have HBO Max. I'm going to have to create a VPN and create an HBO Max account just to watch that. Or hopefully, if it comes out on the same day here, buy it on Blu-ray or 4K. What is Ethan Hawke's best role? That's good. Probably the Before trilogy. What do you think?
Never
Zach?
seen him.
Never seen him. So
I want to though. Training Day.
Training Day.
I
is
love
really
Training
good.
Day.
Training Day
So
is really good.
that's the one that always sticks out to me. But I might not be a big fan of Boyhood, but I love his performance in there.
I can agree with that. I really do not like Boyhood.
Dude, fucking same. I remember watching it. I'm like,
the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Joe Fletcher, do you think they will make more MonsterVerse movies after Godzilla vs. Kong? That's a really good question. I'll tell you what. Ever since the first movie, Godzilla, then Kong Skull Island, which is the best one, by the way, and then Godzilla King of the Monsters, they have been making less and less money. Here's my guess, and it's just a guess, just a theory. I think this is their make or break. I think this is their goal. They wanted to make this movie. They've been building for this movie, so they're going to make this movie. If this movie is not a hit, and it has to be a big, big hit, because they've already lost a lot of money, I think after this one they stopped. But if it is a hit, let's say this, if it's a moderate hit financially, but people and critics fucking love this movie, I think they do at least one more. If it is a huge commercial hit, financial hit, and it's well received, I think they continue. How about you, Zach?
If it gets really good reviews, yes.
Yeah. All right.
And I only say that because we're in a weird time. So financially, it's probably not going to make its money back. But let's look at the other side. If it gets great reviews, they might look at it and be like, man, they really loved this one. I think we cracked what makes people love these films. Mm-hmm. And that's what's funny, because each film's different. I mean, in the monster universe, each one's different. The first Godzilla is fine. It's good. Kong, I think it's kind of boring. It's visually really cool, but I've only seen it once, and it literally took me like 3 sittings to finally finish it.
How dare you, sir?
So yeah, I hate myself.
All right. What's the name of the new streaming place and why you changed? So it's OBS. Why I changed is because I have this thing that allows me to use my camera that I do reviews with for the stream. My best friend, my housemate, gave it to me on Christmas, and I don't want the thing to go to waste. I want to appreciate the gift he gave me. So I'm trying OBS out, and so far at least it's working rather well. So yay to OBS, and to the present I got it. Comic Blast Network is here. Thank you for watching.
Love them. If you are not watching their or listening to their podcast, you are messing out.
Thank you so much for being here. Joe Fletcher, do you think Ghostbusters gets delayed? Zach, what do you think?
No.
No.
I actually think this is going to be their first film back. I think this is the one they're going to throw out. Right. I think they know that Ghostbusters probably, they've probably talked about doing another one afterwards, but I think this is more of a continuation of the original, that if it does really, really good and people love it, we'll do another one. But I think there's more of a chance of it being just by itself. You know what I mean? Where they have way more to lose with Morbius and Venom. Mm-hmm. So I think it stays. Depending on how the world is, as long as theaters are open, I think we get it.
Yeah, I think it stays too, because the ghosts can't catch the virus, so they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
They found a new Earth. They found a new Earth that's 50% bigger than ours. Thoughts? Is that in the comics, or did they actually found it? Because I haven't heard of that.
I haven't heard of it either, but I only listen to movies. Yeah,
me too. So I don't know, but if it's 50% bigger, depending on how far it is, if it doesn't have the virus, let's all go there. Desperate for some new and good movies this year. Same here. There's one coming out on February 5th. Myself and Zach Pope will drop our reviews tomorrow, because that's when the embargo lifts. 3 p.m. UK time, 10 ET, 7 PST, general PST. I think in Arizona it will be 8. Yes. Arizona is weird. But yeah, that was Jimmy Woo in WandaVision. Yes, it was, but it did sound as well like Chris Evans. But I know it's Jimmy Woo. I know it was Randall Park. Comic Blast Network, unless we got an adventure movie with Peggy and Steve, I'm personally not interested in Cap coming back. I'm with you. That's the best couple in the MCU. So that's one I want to see.
Nope, they're not.
I don't think they're doing it, but that would be one that interests me. Tyler Van, it's been a while, my friend. How are you? Thoughts on the movie Ghost, Patrick Swayze? I have never seen it. How about you, Zach?
I love it, and fuck you.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I just never happened to see it. Jacoby P chiming in on the Cap coming back. It's probably Secret Invasion. Eric Thorpe, maybe he's in Black Widow. Cap and Red Guardian fighting in the comics was a big thing. But yeah, that ain't happening, probably. The rumor that I've heard is not that Cap is in Black Widow. And Joe Fletcher is chiming in. I think RDJ might cameo in Black Widow.
He is. They've already said he is.
Oh, they've already said. Well, then
it's because it's a deleted scene. It's a deleted scene.
Okay. I see.
It's supposed to take like right after Civil. Black Widow takes place right after Civil War.
Okay.
It's some discussion between both of them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, there we go. Do you, Jorge? I said George previously, so I apologize. Jorge, do you think the MCU is gonna be better than ever? I think it's just gonna keep on being amazing, and being the thing that we love the most. How about you, Zach?
I think this will be their best year if everything comes out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I really do. I think this is the year that, Black Widow is something that we've definitely seen before, but we're really going to enjoy. Same with Winter Soldier and Falcon. WandaVision's completely different. Loki's really looking to be a really cool crime thriller. What If, unique. Shang-Chi, I think, is going to fucking surprise everyone. The Eternals is probably going to be one of the best films of the year. Best made films. Probably could be nominated because of Chloe Zhao. And Spider-Man 3, man. If they pull off Spider-Man 3, and I know we've said it, I know we shouldn't say this, I think that'll finally grab people and be like, all right, I'll trust them with whatever they're doing. Right?
All right.
I mean, I can't bat an eye anymore.
Yeah, for sure. Jico be chiming in about the interview we're talking about Feige with Frosty from Collider, just asking about the future of the MCU instead of talking about WandaVision. There's a really funny interview that came out, I believe also last week, but it wasn't that one, Zach. I don't think I've ever laughed so much in an interview, but it was the Frosty from Collider interviewing the Liam Neeson for that movie that just came out that you've seen, I know. The Marksman. Yeah. And he was interviewing him, and he was talking about him coming back possibly as Qui-Gon for the Obi-Wan show. And at the end, he says to Liam Neeson, "Thank you for your time, blah, blah, blah." And Liam Neeson just goes, "Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it." I'm like, oh, he didn't even care to remember his name.
Man.
I cracked up on that.
I gotta watch that.
It's a 1-minute interview. It's a 1-minute clip that he cut out. I think it's 1 minute 9 seconds or something. But it's him interviewing Liam Neeson talking about Qui-Gon. So go search for that. It's one of the more recent videos. You'll find that easily at the end of the video.
Liam Neeson's funny because, you think he would be the type to talk shit about Star Wars, but he really likes being Qui-Gon.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love him as Qui-Gon, man. I love him as Qui-Gon.
Jico, who the heck is Jimmy Woo? Jimmy Woo is the FBI agent who was chasing after Scott in Ant-Man 2, played by Randall Park, who played Asian Jim in The Office. Jico BP, I think Dylan O'Brien would be better for Iceman. That's a good cast. I like Dylan O'Brien for Iceman.
What was it?
Dylan O'Brien for Iceman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good, dude.
Too bad I hate that character.
Why?
That's just fucking boring.
No, in the movies, I agree, but he's awesome in the comics. Dr. Montgomery as Human Torch. I can also see him as Human Torch. I don't see Lucas Hedges as Human Torch, despite him being a great actor. Jimmy Woo is Randall Park's character from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Zac Efron will also make a... I'm seeing the next comment already. Zac Efron as Adam Warlock. I think he'd make a great Adam Warlock as well. You don't care about the Black Knight? Wow, right? I not because of the Black Knight, I swear. Kit Harington better have an awesome substantial role. He's an underrated actor. I agree. Get fucking drunk for the 1-year anniversary. I don't want Zach to get drunk at 8 a.m. his time.
That's what I was about to say. I was fair. I mean, there's no way we can do it because if I'm on at night, Ren's in the morning.
No, if you're at night, I'm probably in the middle of the night sleeping, that is true. Yeah, because I wake up. My 8 a.m. is Zach's midnight. So unless Zach stays up for like 5 minutes, as soon as I wake up, I already can't catch him online. So yeah, that's that. Joe Fletcher, would you want to see another Paddington movie? Yes, please. If it is as good as the first two, it belongs in the top 5 best trilogies of all time. What do you think, Zach? Do you want a third Paddington movie?
Why haven't we even gotten one?
Yeah.
Paddington 2. So I think the first one's cute, but I didn't love it, And I remember I saw Insidious: The Last Key the night before. And I just was fucking pissed.
I think you win the weirdest double feature.
Yeah, I was like, I hated that movie. And I told myself, I'm like, I fucking hate this bear movie too. I'm getting up at fucking 7 a.m. to drive 40 minutes to go see this fucking bear movie. And I drove 40 minutes to go see this bear movie for real, and I'm sitting there all grumpy, and I walked out with my life fucking changed forever.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is literally a perfect movie.
I remember I came to London.
They should show that in prisons. Like, when someone murders someone, they should show that and be like, do you not want to be a better person now?
Yeah. I remember I came to London to visit because it was just a city I love. Before I officially moved here, I came just to spend a week here because I knew there was a few movies that were coming out in that week in December. I came in December that were only going to come out in Portugal in the next year in 2018. So I wanted to watch the most 2017 movies I could. So I came here. I watched The Disaster Artist. I watched Paddington 2 because it is a 2017 movie. It's not a 2018 movie. I watched. What else did I watch? I watched The Shape of Water. I watched that tennis movie with Steve Carell and Emma Stone. Battle of the Sexes. So many movies that I watched. That was an incredible week. I had a movie for each day of the week, and 1 or 2 days even had 2 movies. I also watched Suburbicon, which sucked. So
never seen it.
Don't. It's bad. All right, let's keep going. True, both Batman and Iron Man have gotten Christmas movies. Exactly. Mama's Geeky's here. Hey, throwing in a quick hello, but I have a screen or two I tend to. I know which one it is. We'll watch this on playback tonight. Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie. I love Rogue One. Eric Thorpe, why are we getting a Cassian Andor spin-off before a Kira spin-off? It's true, but the Cassian Andor, to be fair, the Cassian Andor spin-off has been, I'm not sure if announced, but it has been rumored ever since Rogue One came out. So it's normal that one comes first. What are your thoughts on the Mortal Kombat photo reveals? Thank you for bringing that up, because we forgot to talk about it. Because we were expecting a trailer, so after that when we just got photos. I like the look. Honestly, the photos, I'm into that. The description, the synopsis that came out. Why are you making a random boxer dude the main character? Scorpion is right there. You have Scorpion, you have Liu Kang, you have Kung Lao, you have all the robots, the cyborgs, you have Sub-Zero, you have fucking Raiden. You have so many people to be the main character, and yet there's just... I know Louis Tan, or Louis Tran, I think it's Tan, is playing whoever that boxer is. I love that dude.
Yeah.
That dude is fucking awesome. He's a badass. He's a great actor. He can do action.
Yep.
But why isn't he playing Scorpion or anyone who should be the main character? What do you think, Zach?
It's... just give me the movie.
I agree with that.
I don't have that many thoughts to it. I love Mortal Kombat. Just give me the movie.
Yeah. GKOP, do you think Spider-Man 3 will be about how the public are divided on whether Spider-Man is a villain or not? And that's where Daredevil comes in. I don't think that is what it is about, but I think that is one element of the story. How about you, Zach?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's gonna have to be much more insane because Kevin Feige, Almighty Feige, our Lord and Savior Feige, keeps on insisting how WandaVision, Doctor Strange 2, and then Spider-Man are all one big story, which I already see a question about Mephisto. We'll get to that, my friends. We'll get to there. Mama's Geeky, I like that they left Avengers Endgame with no post-credit scene. I agree. Would you rather watch the Mortal Kombat reboot at home or theaters? My answer to this question about any movie, would I rather watch it at home or in theaters? Always theaters. However,
even if it's a shitty movie.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly.
However, Mortal Kombat is one of the films that if I have to watch at home, I don't like it, but I am okay with it. How about you, Zach?
Yep. I want to see it in theaters.
Yeah. Same here. Far From Home isn't the start of Phase 4. WandaVision is. Yes, that's what I've been telling Zach. He's just stubborn. Where are we? Okay, I lost myself. We had a jump. I apologize. He was Actor Loki. Actor Loki should get his own show next. I would watch that because sure enough, Matt Damon starring as Actor Loki, new series streaming on Disney Plus. Mama's Geek says, agree. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be about Gamora. Hopefully this brings Michael Fassbender back in a good movie because the last 5 years, whoo, that's true. That's true. Remember the Snowman? Anybody? No, you don't.
Terrible.
You're glad you don't. I'm a fucking nerd, said Jesus Kobe P. Eric Thorpe, I put the Snyder Cut in my top 10 most anticipated TV shows video. This is my punishment for being so bold. I didn't even include it in movies. I didn't even as it was being released as a miniseries, I still thought about it as a movie. I didn't even put it as top 10 most anticipated movies. Jacoby P, I'm one of the few who's not that excited for Godzilla vs. Kong, considering I dislike both Kong and King of the Monsters, plus the directors have been impressing me after the Blair Witch and Death. That's another reason why I'm not excited. I do really like Kong, but I think Godzilla is okay. I didn't like King of the Monsters. Plus, the director has not been crazy. Impressive with his latest work.
Oh, you don't like Wingard?
I like Wingard. I think he's a good director. But his projects overall with Blair Witch and Death Note don't
so let me
inspire
tell you,
a lot of
the only time he failed me was Death Note. Dude, I love that Blair Witch remake.
You do?
I think it's better than the original.
I mean, sure. But how low is that bar?
Yeah,
you're next, I said it. You're next, and the guest is fucking amazing. The Guest is fucking amazing. The Guest is why I was excited for the Blair Witch, and still after Blair Witch, I was excited for Death Note.
Death Note, can I say this? They got the demon right.
They did, but it was the only thing they got right.
Yeah, sorry.
Bless you.
There's a lot of studio meddling on that film.
True.
There's a ton. And Blair Witch, from my understanding, that one was all him, but I think if you're not a fan of Blair Witch, you're not a fan of that movie.
I am not a fan of Blair Witch.
Are you? Did you say you were or you weren't?
I'm not.
Then that's why.
All right, let's go to, where are we? No, that's not what I want. Don't have high hopes. I'm one of the few who's not excited. Don't mind Godzilla vs. or Kong, but didn't love them either. Both like a 6 out of 10 for me. Never sucking the monsters. I would rate the 2014 Godzilla a 6. I would rate Kong a 7, maybe 7.5.
Yeah.
And King of the Monsters, I think a 5.5. Because it's not entirely, those last 40 minutes when the monsters are fighting is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Just the rest of it. The PowerPoint presentations in that movie are out of the charts. Jacoby P, when it comes to movies, particularly comedies, would you still like the movie even if there's some jokes or subject matter that would not fly today? I find myself being one of those people that agrees with Ricky Gervais. Like, you can make fun of anything. It's comedy. Anything is allowed. Comedy is misery meets timing. And that timing part is very important. You just need to know when to say a joke. You need to read the room. Look, there are jokes. I'm not even going to mention certain topics there jokes exist about. Think about any not safe for work or taboo topic that you can have a joke about. There are lots of jokes that I will never make on air. There are lots of jokes I will never make in an interview or something. But if I'm at a party with my closest friends who know that we don't mean anything that we say in jokes, we're going to do a lot of jokes that are not safe for work. That's just how it works, and it's okay. If I was a stand-up comedian, I'll do those jokes all the time. I would make videos about those not safe for work jokes. But it's just a matter of reading the room, know where you're at, know what type of people you are with, and what they find funny. Anything to add, Zach?
You always say everything.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I mean, Quill and Gamora are the best MCU couple, but okay. They are one of the best, but Peggy and Steve, they literally transcend time. So There we go. Todd, it's been a while. Hope you guys. We are very well. Thank you for being here, my friend. We've missed you. Eric Thorpe. I think I gotta go with Wanda and Vision as best times. Though they are pretty. At the end of this show, I might agree. Jacob, I might watch the first episodes of WandaVision. Do you find it after watching the first episodes of WandaVision? Do you find it annoying when some people are still say a lot of the MCU content is the same shit? Yes. Even without WandaVision, I still feel that way. It's annoying because they're not. They're not, and even more so now. Zach,
I agree.
I know there's embargoes about it because I've talked with Mama's Geeky about that as well. But does the third episode reinforce how different this is?
Yes.
Okay.
But it also. Never mind. I can't say it.
Okay. Can you say how long the episode is if you remember?
I think it's 27 minutes.
27. Okay, so more or less the same as last week. All right.
I'll say it's the best one. It's the best episode yet.
Okay. You're the second person to tell me that.
Like after that episode, I said they should have released all three. They should have released the first three.
Okay.
Because the third episode, the way it. Never mind.
Jacob, depending on your I missed one. What is a movie you have a perfect grade you gave? I'm guessing you said gave a perfect grade to, but over time your grade has gone down. Now we've talked this a few times because I believe we've been asked a few times if there were movies we didn't like at first but then loved, or if there were movies we loved at first but then it has gone down. I personally have never had a movie where my opinion, my grade, my consensus drastically changed. But whenever you watch a review, whether it's mine or anybody else's, take the grading as an estimate. Like right now I saw this movie, because the important part of a review is not the grade, is everything building up to the grade. That's why the grade only lasts 2 seconds and the rest of the review is like 5, 6, 7 minutes. So the grade is but an estimate. And I have given grades. Let's say I gave the movie a B+. Or I like this example. Let's say I gave Aladdin 2019 a B-. That's what I gave it at the time. My opinion on a lot of movies, not all movies, but on a lot of movies, let's say I give it a B-, it goes up a little bit or down a little bit. I have rewatched Aladdin several times since then. I have changed my mind to a C+. I have changed my mind to a B, maybe. But beyond that, no. I didn't change my mind from a B- to an A or an A-. I didn't change my mind from a B- to a D or a D- or an F. It's just waving a little bit up or a little bit down. Because movies don't change, but the viewers change over time. So that's just my thoughts. How about you, Zach?
Big thing for this. There are multiple movies I've seen where I was like, I don't really know if I like that, and then you watch it again, you're like, that was really good. There's one movie I need to rewatch soon, and that's Assassination Nation. I fucking hated that movie the first time I watched it. But now growing and kind of seeing the vibe of how that film actually is, I kind of like think back and I'm like, maybe I was too harsh on the film and I need to see it again. Could change. I could still absolutely hate the film, or I could actually like it more. Sometimes rewatches bring up your grade. Sometimes they deter them. There's a couple movies in particular where I was like, maybe I was a little bit too high on that film. And then there are times where I'm like, maybe I was too low on this film. One that I think I was too high on is Last Black Man in San Francisco. I really appreciate that movie, and sometimes that's how my grade is. Sometimes my grade will be higher than how I felt because of how great the filmmaking was. Which is a lot of that reason for that review. I think I gave that review like an A-. I didn't love that film. I love my experience with it. I love the acting. I love everything around it. But for some reason, the film didn't grab me. And especially on rewatches, it still doesn't grab me. But I would still stick with that high grade because it's a great made film. It's an excellently made film. So, that's sometimes how it goes. Everyone grades stuff differently.
All right. Depending on your dislike or lack of interest for a particular movie genre, what is a movie you did not expect to like so much? I have one, and it's not exactly a genre because I don't have a genre that I dislike. I have favorite genres, but I don't have least favorite genres. but I don't care, and I don't consider. I don't know what the word is, what the word should be for it, but I don't consider documentaries a genre, for instance. But I once watched a documentary, and I've watched a lot ever since. You guys know I'm a wrestling fan, so I watch those WWE documentaries all the time. But that's not the one I'm going to talk about. I watched a documentary in 2018 that blew my mind, and it wasn't even nominated for Best Documentary at the Oscars, and that is Three Identical Strangers. If you have not seen this movie,
That's a great one.
if you have not seen this movie, don't go watch the trailers. I'm not going to tell you what it is about. You know what?
Don't even look up what it's about.
You know what? This wasn't even the movie I was going to recommend by the end of the show, but it is now. For next week's shows, you guys should search and watch, or maybe if you have seen, maybe rewatch it if you want to. Three Identical Strangers. Go in blind. Don't watch the trailer. Don't read up a synopsis on IMDb or on Rotten Tomatoes or wherever. Just Three Identical Strangers. See if you can find it. I think it might be on Netflix, maybe on Hulu, maybe on Amazon over there in the States. Just search for it. We'll talk about it next week. But Zach, do you have a genre that, because you didn't like it, you didn't expect to like a movie so much?
Genre, no, but
Okay.
I don't like stagey films. To be honest, I don't like films that are like fences. I'm not a big fan of those.
Okay.
But I love Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I love Malcolm and Marie.
And One Night in Miami.
Yes. The other thing I would say is, documentaries are a big thing. I'm not a big fan of them. It takes a lot for me to really be equivalated. But Three Identical Strangers, I'm with you on.
Yeah. So again, go in blind, everyone. We'll talk about it next week. It's not even the movie I was going to recommend when I announced that thing, but yeah, go watch that one. And next week, Zach will be recommending us a movie. I'll probably rewatch it because I know my housemates haven't seen that movie, so we'll probably rewatch it too. Where are we? Thoughts on Tyler Van? Thoughts on Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? And did you know it's actually a remake? I did know it's a remake of a Spanish language film. I don't remember the name of. I have it right here, at the back of my head. Something about ojos, something about the eyes. I believe I might be wrong. I haven't watched Vanilla Sky in so long. But when I did watch it, I remember liking it. It's one of those I gotta get back on and rewatch it. Zach, have you seen Vanilla Sky? Do you have any thoughts about it?
I heard it was weird, so I didn't.
It's weird. But I think you're going to like it. Again, from what I remember. Yeah. Alright, Joe Fletcher. Who do you think is playing Mephisto? The obvious choice is Evan Peters. I was going to say Evan Stevens. In my mind, I was hearing Evan Stevens. I was like, that sounds wrong. Evan Peters. That's the obvious choice. Maybe we don't get a cast reveal in this one. Maybe we just find out about Mephisto, but maybe whoever is playing him is only revealed in Doctor Strange. And that is what I was alluding to when I talked about how Kevin Feige is insisting that this, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man are all one big arching story. And it's concluding with Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man Home for the Holidays.
With Doctor Strange.
No, you're right. So it's WandaVision, it's Spider-Man, it's Doctor Strange. Guys, we all know how Mephisto obviously fits in this wacky world of Wanda. It's very much telling how he would fit in a Doctor Strange, especially a Multiverse of Madness thing. But the only thing that he fits in when it comes to Spider-Man, it's 3 words. One more day. Now, I know that's a very divisive story in the comics. It's obviously not going to be the same deal that he does with the devil in the movies. Because in the movies, he's not married, he doesn't have a daughter, and Aunt May is alive and well. So it's going to be something else that is heavy emotionally and compelling. But the fact that Spider-Man is connected to both these movies is the thing that points me, at least, the most towards the villain being Mysterio. But if I have to wager a guess as to who is playing him, Evan Peters, it's got to be the only guess I have right now, but it could be anyone. How about you, Zach? Anything to add?
I mean, I know who Evan Peters is playing, so...
Shut up!
I'll tell you this right now. Well, I'm like still like 90% on Evan Peters and who he's playing, even with the rumor and the leak out there. I think Mephisto is casted. If Mephisto is the villain, we'll find out the very last episode.
Ooh, all right.
I think this is what I love about Marvel. They're really good at hiding stuff at times.
Yeah.
I would say 85% of the time they're really good at hiding stuff.
Mhm.
I just think they really do have someone who's sitting inside leaking stuff.
Yeah.
And they're probably getting paid a pretty penny for it, you know.
True.
But I think I think we find out who's playing Mephisto. If Mephisto's actually the villain, I think we know who's playing him by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And now you bring it up, I wouldn't be surprised if Mephisto is also in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, he's got to be. That's why these stories are connected.
Would you say he goes to Mephisto and that's what brings Doctor Strange in?
I think Mephisto goes after Spidey, and that's what brings Doctor Strange in.
Really?
Yes, because Mephisto is the devil. He sees the desperation in Peter, and he goes to him. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm here. I'm here to help you."
Okay.
So yeah.
Who would you want to play him?
If we're just casting anyone, whether they're in the MCU or not.
Yeah.
Ooh, who would I want to play him? I
want an older actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say Keith David. Can you imagine just the voice of Keith David playing Mephisto, the devil?
So I have two choices.
All right.
Well, actually, I have four. Okay, Bear with me. Ready? Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, that's good. But he's already in the MCU.
Oh, fuck, he is. Damn it. Lena Headey.
That's good. I like that.
All right, where's the other one? Oh, fuck. I'm like blanking now. I just had him. Giancarlo Esposito.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Dude, I think Giancarlo Esposito would kill the role of Mephisto.
For sure.
The other one is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ooh, I like that too. Jacoby P, does anyone still use Stardust? Because I stopped using it. I never used Stardust. Zach, did you ever use Stardust?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay.
The app barely fucking worked half the time.
Yeah. Joe Fletcher, do you want Rocky to be in the next Creed? Do I want him to be in it? Yes. Should he be like the main character, still training Cridge, still going with him to the matches and whatnot? No, not necessarily, but I do want him to be there. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Don't you find it weird that Spider-Man 3 is coming out before Doctor Strange 2, especially since Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3? Yes, because they're gonna connect it, my friends. WandaVision is going to lead into Doctor Strange.
If Wanda has a small thing too in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, me neither.
It's like secret or something like that.
Yeah. Where would you move Black Widow if the recent reports are true? I wouldn't. I would put it on Disney Plus same day as theaters because they're already doing that with the movie that is coming out earlier than Black Widow with Raya and the Last Dragon. So that's what I would do.
Which I've heard some really cool stuff about Raya and the Last Dragon.
Same. I know who you heard it from.
No, I heard someone else.
Oh, someone else. Okay,
they actually in depth told me everything about it.
So. The person I know that watched Raya and the Last Dragon, they didn't tell me anything specific because I don't want to. But yeah, I've only heard good things. I like the guest. The guest is so good. Well, I know some people who hated Blair Witch Project, but they liked Blair Witch. For example, Martin from Double Toasted. Yeah, I know a few people too who didn't like the first one, but liked the remake, reboot, the sequel, whatever. Have you watched the WandaVision? Find the hints and Easter eggs. Rewatched. Have you rewatched WandaVision to find the hints and Easter eggs? Yes. If you go to the first episode and the commercial for the toaster, there are 3 similar symbols on it. If you zoom in and then flip it upside down, it says 666. But I'm not gonna get more into that because I have a special WandaVision video coming out on my channel tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Like Vision's double death scene in Infinity War is probably the most dramatic scene in the entire MCU. Probably that's a great scene. The Russos made not only Scarlet Witch but ourselves, the fans, watch Vision die twice.
Maybe a third time now.
Yeah. The one movie I changed my opinion on was Cinderella Man. I went from thinking it was okay on first watch, but on second watch, Cinderella Man is really great. I really love that movie. That's me with Mank. Didn't love it as much as I wanted to, but on a filmmaking standpoint, it's fantastic. It really is. I'm rewatching The Witcher Season 1. I'm liking it a lot more than I originally did. I'm also currently playing Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for the first time. Do you think we will get Witcher Season 2 in 2021? I don't think we'll get it in 2021, but I think we'll get it in early 2022. I also got to get back on Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. How about you, Zach?
It's coming out in December.
Okay.
I won't be surprised, just because that's when the last one was released.
Yeah.
So, and this season's the same amount of episodes. They filmed a majority of it. I mean, even if they had to stop, you start editing now. I mean, that's what they're doing with Mission Impossible 7. That's what they did with No Time to Die. No Time to Die was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, guys.
Yeah, originally at least.
Yeah. How many times do you think these studios have kicked themselves in the ass for not releasing the film before the COVID season?
Yeah. Every day, that's the way they greet each other when they get into the office. They kick each other in the balls. Which I do not envy them. Chico, I usually don't like period pieces, but I love The Favorite. The Favorite's so fucking good. Eric Thorpe, what about Hateful Eight? That's my favorite stage play type movie. Hateful Eight is underrated, I'll tell you that much. Do you like Hateful Eight? Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I went to the roadshow to see it in film.
Eric Thorpe, I don't know why Evan Peters isn't he even rumored to be returning as Quick. He's not rumored to be Quicksilver. He was announced as cast in the show, and that's just Quicksilver is just what everybody went with. But he could be that. He could be both Mephisto and the Fox version of Quicksilver. Who knows? How about a live stream about your unpopular opinions and hot topics? That, Diminutian Scott asks that, by the way. That would be interesting. The thing is, I don't know if myself and Zach have enough just to have an entire show only about that. Plus, we've already been asked that a lot of times. We've shared it with you guys. We just had to go to sites and research it a bit on in the moment and look for it.
I have an idea, Ren.
Go ahead.
What if we bring in some Roundtable members and what if we did like a trivia show for that and we bring in Roundtable members and we're the hosts?
I like that idea. It's a concept worth exploring. So you heard it here first, folks. Zach and I will talk about it for the next 3 weeks until we get to, I guess. So I saw, by the way, that the first episode was put up, and at first it wasn't live yet, but it was put up on March 6th. That is going to be a Saturday this year. That is the day right before my birthday. So yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna explore that idea and see how it could work, and we'll update you guys in the weeks to follow. So stay tuned. Do you think the Amazon Lord of the Rings series is connected to the other movies? I think not. I think it's going to be a completely different iteration. They're not rebooting those movies. They're just making another entirely different adaptation of the world and lore created by J.R.R. Tolkien. How about you, Zach? Do you think they'll be connected?
I think loosely.
All right. What is the new segment? We're going to recommend the movie. You guys will talk about it in the chat in the first 10 minutes of every show from now on. We'll be dedicated to your thoughts, and we'll talk about the movie. And the movie for this week, for next week rather, is Three Identical Strangers, a documentary. Go in blind. I cannot say that enough. Go in blind. And Jacoby P chimed in with what the the new segment would be. And
Okay.
Zach had another announcement. He announced I'm going to be coming into his channel for a different type of video near the end of WandaVision. Tony Todd, Jacoby P coming in with Tony Todd as Mephisto. That would be interesting. That's a great casting right there. Mainly because of the voice, which is why I cast Keith David as well. Another actress who is great in villainous roles if they go with a female Mephisto would be Famke Janssen, unless she returns as Jean Grey in the MCU. I have my fan casting for Jean Grey in the MCU. You want to hear about it, Zach?
Sure, let's hear it.
Maya Hawke.
Good pick. Fucking great pick.
She could be either Jean or Rogue. I think she could
I was
even
about
work
to
as
say
a
Rogue.
Jubilee. But the moment Ethan Hawke was announced as the villain Moon Knight, I'm like, now bring his daughter into the MCU. All right, favorite Game of Thrones character. Number 1, Jon Snow. Number 2, Arya. And then Tyrion and Daenerys, like, tied. How about you, Zach?
Arya, the Hound, Daenerys, Tyrion, Jon Snow.
All right. Have you guys watched Sing Street? It's one of the most underrated movies. Yes, I love Sing Street. I have a review of it on my channel. It came out my first year on YouTube, and it made to my top 10 movies. I think I did the top 20 back then. Oh yeah. Answering that, I don't know. Scott Stotts is amazing.
It's the hardest episode to ever watch.
It is. If not the hardest, one of the hardest. Ren, please get Austin Burke on the live stream. He too does live streams. I would love to see you 3. I've tried to get Austin Burke to be on Origin Story. It just fell through, but hopefully we'll get him on this and Origins. And I actually have my next guest for Origin Story decided. So let's
announce it. Announce it.
Chill. Be cool. I'm going to announce it at the end of the show as we're saying goodbye. But I want to get Austin Burke on the show. Just completely spam his Twitter. Tag him and tag me and tell him you want to see him on the show. Where are we? This new actress. Okay. My fan casting for Jean Grey, if they go older, Rebecca. That's good casting right there. So Zach and Ren, I'm good at editing because I've been considered to make the best videos in my school, and I'm a great worker. You can look me up. We certainly will. Thank you very much for letting us know. I would prefer Famke back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we say goodbye, I say let's take three more, because I like this one.
3.
So 3 more great questions. This is a great question from Drew Asher. Which is the best looking movie in the past decade? Blade Runner 2049 for me. It's tough to go against you of the past decade. So from 2010 to 2019. Eric Thorpe chimes in with Blade Runner 2049 and Skyfall. Both Roger Deakins shot movies. La La Land is up there for me as well, man.
Yeah.
I can't decide between those two. I'm gonna go Blade Runner 2049 and La La Land. How about you, Zach?
I got 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make them different than yours.
Okay.
One's Ad Astra.
Yeah, that's good.
One's Arrival.
Another good one.
And honestly, man, Parasite.
Yeah, that's that's a great one. I also want to give a plug to my favorite movie of 2011, Drive, also with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, great one.
So yeah, that's the plug right there. Okay, Joe Fletcher. He knew that question would hit me right in the heart. When do you think Man of Steel 2 will happen?
Never.
as much as I want to say sooner rather than later to that question, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but the question isn't when, unfortunately. The question is if. And I hate that it is like that, but that's just how I see it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope, because, guys, it's Thursday. You know what that means. An hour after the show ends, there's going to be a huge breaking news. So if an hour from now, a Man of Steel 2 is announced, you better tag me on Twitter. Nobody tagged me when the
They
Nova
better tag
news...
us with Zack Snyder and everyone.
Yeah. Nobody tagged me when the Nova news broke, so you better compensate me and tag me if the Man of Steel 2 news breaks. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a when. I want it to be a when. I hope I eat my words, but unfortunately, don't think it's happening very soon. If it does happen, however, I think the earliest we get it is a 2024, 2025. Because we know J.J. Abrams is working on a Superman movie some way, somehow. We just don't know if he wants Henry Cavill or not. So fortunately, yeah, that's it. We're gonna make Jacoby P's the last question, but let me quickly answer the question of Drew Asher. I know he said 3, but thoughts on the news of Nolan returning to Batman? He's not. It was a rumor started by a bogus site that just wanted to get clicks. Oh, believe me, I would love if he came back to Batman, but he's not, unfortunately. What is an Oscar-nominated performance from the past decade that you guys don't think deserves the nomination? Ooh, I'm gonna get some hate.
Wait, what? What was the question? I don't get it.
What is an Oscar-nominated performance from the past decade, so from 2010 to 2019?
That shouldn't have won?
No, that didn't deserve the nomination.
Oh. Okay.
I have one. I have one already. You guys are gonna hate me. This is a great performance, okay? It's a really, 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 really great performance. Does it deserve to be nominated? I don't think so. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a really great performance. It just who
would you have put in that year?
Hugh Jackman for Logan? Easily?
Who else was that year, though?
It was Daniel Day-Lewis. It was Gary Oldman who won, rightfully so. It was either him or Hugh Jackman, honestly. Who else? Go to the 2017 Oscars, or rather the 2018 Oscars, because they celebrate the 2017 movies.
Let me look it up. Okay. Timothy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Honestly, I would have taken out Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel.
You know what? I would take him out too, but I don't even remember that one.
I would have taken that one out, and I would have put which we all know it was James Franco, right? We all know James Franco got in, and they decided to take him out.
Yeah, I would put in Hugh Jackman and James Franco before. I don't know. Now that I think, because I didn't like the movie, Roman J. Israel is quite like
he's good in it
but he's good. Amazing. He's Denzel, of course he's good.
Yeah. Also that year I would have taken Meryl Streep out of The Post. Supporting actor, I would have taken out Christopher Plummer. You know who should have been in there?
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart, and Patrick Stewart should have won that year.
Go to the Oscars that awarded the movies from 2018. Who was nominated for supporting that year?
For 2018?
Yeah, best supporting.
It was supporting actors Willem Dafoe, Woody Harrelson, Richard Jenkins, Christopher Plummer, and Sam Rockwell. I would have taken Christopher Plummer out.
I would take Christopher Plummer out because Timothy Chalamet in Beautiful Boy. How was that not nominated?
Oh! You're talking about the next year.
Yeah, the next year. Sorry.
2019.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, Beautiful Boy should have just been nominated overall.
Yeah. Jacoby P calling out.
Mahershala Ali won.
Yeah, I think it's
Adam
deserving.
Driver, Sam Elliott, Richard E. Grant, Sam Rockwell. I would have taken Sam Rockwell out.
But what were the movies?
Green Book, Black Klansman, A Star Is Born, and Can You Ever Forgive Me? Personally, my favorite out of there was Richard E. Grant.
Really?
Yeah.
I would actually take him out for Timothy Chalamet.
Well, I mean, if we're adding Timothy should have won.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence for Joyce says GKBP. I would take her out as well. I got why she was nominated, but I would put someone
I've
else
never
over
seen
her.
Joy.
It's not that good.
That's the only Russell film I've never seen.
Yeah. Okay, GKBP is gonna hate me. Jennifer Lawrence enjoyed good performance, but she ain't better than Charlize Theron in Fury Road. I actually think she's better than Charlize Theron in Fury Road, but there are other performances that are better than hers. 2015, that's actually the last year before I created my YouTube channel. So those movies just missed my reviews.
Here's some other ones that could have been nominated.
Okay.
Hateful Eight really got no nominations that year.
That's true.
Room, Brie Larson won, so thank God she won that year. Spotlight deserved. I know it won Best Picture, but it deserved everyone deserved a nomination for that film. The Gift, excellent film. The Witch, excellent film.
So good.
Yeah,
I would have nominated Anya Taylor-Joy before Jennifer Lawrence.
Sicario.
Oh, Sicario's so good. But yeah, all right.
That's it.
I say that is the last question. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the new and hopefully improved version of Geeks of the Roundtable. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm not sure how we're going to turn this off, so forgive us if the show doesn't end with the catchphrase. But so don't forget, for next week, watch, if you care to do so, of course, watch Three Identical Strangers. Go in blind. Next week, Zach will be nominating a movie. Will be giving us a movie to watch, and tomorrow, WandaVision spoiler review. So watch the episode before watching the review. I think Zach will also give us a spoiler review if I'm not mistaken. I have a secret WandaVision video coming out later in the day after the review and after I and Zach drop our review for Malcolm and Marie at the same time, because embargo lifts tomorrow, so it's already scheduled. I put it up as a premiere on my channel, so you can join in and chat about it as I review it. I will try, and most likely I'll be in the chat, so I hope to see you there. Zach, up until then, what do you have coming up beyond just tomorrow, the WandaVision extravaganza Friday?
I do have a Saint Maud review coming very soon.
Oh yeah, you've seen it.
I cannot wait. I fucking loved that movie. It honestly would have been probably top 3 last year for me. Wow. I literally loved that fucking movie, Ren. I loved that movie so much. Hands down, one of my favorite A24 films. Yeah. The last time I felt that way watching a horror film from A24, it was The Witch.
Wow.
So, loved it. So I'll have a review of it for that next week. Then Sundance reviews I'll be doing. Still kind of figuring out how I'm going to cover that all, because there's a lot. I'm planning on seeing like 26 films. So.
All right. So yeah, I have Malcolm and Marie, 2 WandaVision reviews, and I'll be reviewing during the weekend The Dig, which is coming to Netflix on January 29th, and The Mauritanian, which is coming out I think early February.
February 5th or 12th.
February 5th.
One of the two.
I'll know the exact date when I review it, so when I put it up, I'll say the exact date. So everyone, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for everything that is coming up on both our channels. All our links in the description, including merch stores. So go check that out. And again, I'm not sure if this is going to end here. I'll check it. But until the next one, love each other.